So this task is to solve 8x plus 3 equals 11x take away 15. So we solve when we have an equation. So this is an equation, and we have an unknown here. So that's been represented by the x, and we need to find the value of the unknown. That's what solving is. Now, I'm going to do this twice because, but there's more than two different ways you can do that. But I'm going to do it in two different ways so that you can understand that you need to have lots and lots of different ways that you can approach different equations. Okay, so this equation, we're going to do it twice. So if I write it here, I've got 8x plus 3 equals 11x take away 15. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take away 11x from this side, but I'm going to balance it by taking away 11x from this side. So if I take away 11x from this side, it will only affect this one because that's the like term. And I need to take away 11x on this side. Okay, and again, it will only affect the 8x. So I'm going to write it directly under the 8x. Now, 8x take away 11x is negative 3x. So negative 3x, the plus 3 comes down, equals will come down. 11x take away 11x is nothing, and a negative 15 remains on that side. So plus 3 equals, this bit is 0, and then the negative 15 comes here. Now I'm going to take away 3. So take away 3 here, and take away 3 here. This will leave me with negative 3x equals negative 18. So negative 15, take away 3 is negative 18. Now if I want to solve this for x, I can divide this side by negative 3. That will leave me with x, but then I'll have to do it to this side as well. So I'm going to write down, I'm going to divide by negative 3, and I'm also going to do it to this side. This leaves me with x on this side, and on this side, negative 18 divided by negative 3 is positive 6. And this is my answer. Now I'm going to do this again. So I'm going to write that here. So 8x plus 3 equals 11x take away 15. This time, instead of taking away 11x first, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take away 8x. So I'm going to take away 8x here, and I'm going to take away 8x here. This leaves me with 3 on this side. Okay, so 3 would be written there. 11 take away 8x is 3x, and then the negative 15 is still there. Now, this negative 15, if I want to undo this and leave it with just 3x on this side, I need to add 15. So I'm going to add 15 here, but I need to keep it balanced by adding 15 there. So 3 add 15 is 18, and on this side I have 3x. Now, if I want to know what x is, I've got 3x is 18. If I divide by 3, I will find out what 1x is. So divide by 3, and I have to do it here as well, divide by 3. 18 divided by 3 is 6, and 3x divided by 3 is x. And I can see that I still have x equals 6 here. So these are two different ways I could have done it. I could have also started by taking away 3 from both sides first, or maybe adding 15 to both sides first. So there's lots and lots of different ways that you can solve many different equations, and you need to be comfortable with more than one way to do most of them. So here we have another equation that I need to solve, and remember there's going to be more than one way to do this. So think about different ways you can manipulate this equation. So one of the ways you might be thinking about immediately that you might like to do, or you may not as well, we've got take away x here. If I was to add x here and add x here, it would go from here, and instead it will come here. Okay, or you could expand the brackets, for example. So I'm going to expand the brackets. So if I expand the brackets, let's write it first. So 5 bracket 2x take away 8 take away x equals 2 bracket x plus 7. So expanding, 5 times 2x will give me 10x. 5 times negative 8 will give me negative 40. Take away x, I need to write here, equals 2 times x is 2x, 2 times 7 is 14. Now I have 10x and a negative x here on the same side. That simplifies, so I'm going to simplify that first. So 9x take away 40 equals 2x plus 14. Now I'm going to take away 2x from both sides, so that's not there anymore, and I'm left with 14. Okay, so take away 2x here, and I'm going to take away 2x here. That will give me 7x on this side. Take away 40 equals 14. Next, what I can do is add 40 here, so that goes away, and I'm left with 7x, but I'd need to add 40 there as well. So add 40 here, and add 40 here. That leaves me with 7x equals 14 add 40 is 54. And the last thing I need to do is I need to divide by 7, and I need to divide here by 7. That will give me x equals, well, 54 divided by 7. 54 is not in the 7 times table, so when you have a situation like this, your answer you can write as 54 over 7. This answer would be fine. So if this was an exam question and you wrote x equals 54 over 7, there's no problem with that. This is fine. Now here are some questions for you to do. Now some of these answers may be negative numbers. They could also be fractions or negative fractions. Remember, if it is a fraction, leave your answer as a fraction instead of changing it into a decimal.